there was like a Cosmo and a Blot that was left. The Cosmo, I believe, like killed themselves, which less work for me, you know? And, and so it was just like me and the Blot left. Now, personally, I thought that I was cooked, you know? Because, like, as you saw, like, Cosmo was just standing there taking hits, so obviously he gave up. But, like, in this, like, in this moment, like, I was like, dang, it's just me and Blot. Like, he's, like, so goated for survival. And so I thought I was cooked, and I was shipping in my boots, and I didn't know, like really a way to, like, safely grieve him, you know? And I just thought that, like, oh, maybe just using Cosmo, the Twisted, is just the best idea. But, like, we both could, like, outwalk him. So, like, it was absolutely nothing I could really do. Because, like, it was easy to lose him. And it was easy for Blot to also lose him. So, it was like, I gotta use that pebble. I gotta. And so, I'm, like, thinking, like, on ways on how I can do this and, like, the spots that I can use to my advantage. And, there is a lot. Because there's a lot of islands, lots of space, and that's, like, very helpful. And I've realized, you know, like, with his eyesight range and his attention, it also helps because you don't have to go in close. And I did take a hit because he tends to, like, turn around, and that was, like, the moment. In that moment, I was like, dang, that was embarrassing. Like, how the heck am I gonna do this, you know? Like, I was like, I honestly, personally wanted to give up. But I was like, nah, I gotta lock in. Like, for real. Because, like, I'm on one heart. My life charm was still active. So, I'm not really too worried. But, like, it's still embarrassing to get hit, you know, after trying to grieve someone. So, I was a little shaken. But, I was plotting, I was thinking, I was scheming, you know? And it was like, I don't know. I feel like I just had this, like, moment of, like, you know what? I gotta prove a point. I don't know what that point was, but I believe it was just to prove that I can't do this. And I could. And so, what I did, you may ask, was plan. Because I was Sprout, I was able to see where he was and his heart status. So that was very helpful. Definitely. And because of, you know, Pebbles' range, I was able to gain attention from him, like, from far away without using too much of my stamina, which is pretty goated. And I could, like, kind of walk up to Blot instead of, like, immediately running, you know? Because on one of the other floors, we had both craft siblings, and it was very difficult to do anything. I was mostly doing machines though, but, like, yeah. So, as you saw there, he popped, like, 2 stealth candies, when literally Pebbles was like on his tail. And honestly, I feel like that was kind of wasted. This Blot did do something like that as well. Now, me personally, I would use stealth candies in corners, not out in the open, because that's easy avoiding, you know. But obviously, some people just don't have the intellect as I. Sigh. Oh, what a tragedy. Anyways, so I was getting like a little bit more confident, with my strategy, which was, you know, gaining only Pebble's attention and like timing kind of when Blot would use his ability and use that to my advantage. Like in this moment, I tried to get his attention because I think Blot used his ability just then. Yeah. So, because notice how I still have like massive distance from Pebbles while having aggro, and I was able to like outwalk him. It was pretty goated. And I think Blot was lagging, and it was like making me laugh, and so I was kind of stuttering. So I was like, perfect, he used his ability, so now I'm just gonna continue. And it was perfect. Like, it was the perfect moment. And I think Cosmo also got aggroed and part of it. I'm not for sure though. Yeah, he's right there. And he was starting to lose stamina because I used the can of pop, and there, yeah, I continued to have him on him. It was so freaking goated. I was like, yes! But like, sadly, he had a med kit, so I was like, jats. But my stamina was pretty low. I wanted to risk it, but I was like, nah, I don't want to like follow pop too early. And so I just kind of let him go, let Pebbles go. I mean, my stam management is pretty good, but not the best. Now, that hit that he took that made him go to 2 hearts wasn't necessarily by me, but like because he, you know, shooted out like Junior a little too late, and that caused him to get hit. But easy win, easy hit, you know, definitely easy. And as you can see, he has gotten aggroed from from Pebbles, and I was like, that is my cue. He was perfectly at 1. I didn't really do nothing much other than, you know, corner him, which was perfect. I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna kill a Blot. Got it. Like, I was up on my high horse in this moment. I had beautiful stam. I had a bottle of pop, like, and I think he used his ability not like too long ago, so it was perfect. Now, I thought I was kind of cooked, but I managed. Ooh, yes. And I was like, ain't no way. Like, genuinely, I thought that I was cooked. I genuinely did. But I noticed that he used his ability to just then, and I think I let him off. Which, honestly, I think is pretty smart because I was like halfway with my stamina. So I was like, let me regenerate real quick, you know? And yeah, let's see. I think I was like, I was surprised that he was able to move that quickly, over here. But I was kind of nervous about this island, and I was like, perfect. He used his ability. That's all I needed. Yup. He took the aggro from him and went that way when he should have just, went around. So that used it up his stamina, causing him to die. Yeah. So I was like so freaking happy. I was like shaking. I was like jumping for joy. Dude, I was like, ain't no freaking way. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the Blot was a good sport indeed. I had a blast. I had fun, Yeah. Would I do this again? Yeah. I would. Um, hmm. But there is some things that I do regret doing, which was, I think when I got hit, like I did something silly, which was being on that small island and thinking that I was bougie gang. Like, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's Small Island. It surprised me. And I was like, shucks, chats. But, it is what it is. Anyways, that will be all.